Meshack Sisenda is the Communication and Disability Inclusion Officer at the Action Network for the Disabled. And he's here today to talk to us about this condition, albinism. Tomorrow is International Albinism Awareness Day, where the theme is celebrating all skin tones. Meshack, thank you for joining us. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good.
For delaying, but I'm finally here.
Asante
sana.
And apology accepted. Thank you for offering the apology before we demanded out. We usually do that, especially politicians.
Yeah.
We tell them, apologize.
Yeah.
No. Guys.
I said I would be here at this time.
They didn't tell me what time I needed to be here.
There was a communication.
But traffic for making it. Traffic. To start the conversation, Meshack, Felari Sombo is going to give you the day's quote. Words that were said by somebody. Let's hear your reflection of those words.
Karibu sana Meshack. Today's quote is courtesy of Nelson Mandela. And the quote reads, "What counts in life is not the mere fact that we have lived. It is what difference we have made to the lives of others." How does that speak to you?
To me, personally, I believe that I will put it in a climate change perspective. And I believe that now as we live, we did not now inherit the art from our forefathers, but we borrowed it from the future generation. So our action today will determine the life of the future generation, and that's now bring us now to do things that will not rule, but will improve now the future generation, even if we won't benefit from our action, but now the future generation to have a smooth life, that they will remember that this was because of this and this. Like, for instance, our forefathers fought for independence, and now we enjoy our freedom. So also now, what can we now do so that the future generation could also now be celebrating us?
I like that. I like that. What can we do so that a future generation celebrates us the way, we're actually enjoying the fruits of many people's labor. But I want to get into a little bit of your life story, even as we mark the International Day of Persons Living with Albinism tomorrow. Just before that, we'll go on a really short break. And then when we come back, we'll talk about you growing up in Kitale. Kwanza utatuambia whether Kitale inakaaje. And a little bit more about the advocacy and the work you're doing at Andy. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back after this. Hashtag is Fixing the Nation NTV.
Good morning. My name is Jacqueline Koech from Elgeyo Marakwet County. I'm fixing the nation by championing on matters governance, especially on matters budgeting, and a great champion also on issues SRHR and matters across gender-based violence.
Asante sana. I hope the name is Jacqueline, but I know Koech. Koech nilisikia for sure. The first one is what I'm not sure about. But asante sana, Jacqueline Koech from Elgeyo Marakwet County, for that wonderful Was Up Nation video and the work that you're doing, matters governance, budgeting, sexual and reproductive health. You are a proper fixer. Endelea kupush hapo Elgeyo Marakwet and across the country. Thank you for sending us that video. You, sasa, siongei na Miss Koech, naongea na wewe. You can send us yours on 0769 590 762 0769 590 762. Tuambie who you are, where you are, how you're fixing the nation, and we'll be more than happy to share in the next hour, AMA on Monday. Easy as that.
Joshua Nyango and Barack Odor are talking about the loss of the NTV signal on the free-to-air ADN channel. Yes, our technical team is actually aware, and mambo inafanywa, mikakati imepangwa. Muda usio mwingi. Utarudi hapo. Joshua is saying, sisi tunaumia sana watu wa aerial.
Oh, but at least he can stream us. That's how he's been able to find us.
Yes.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, we're on multiple platforms. You can also listen to us, Joshua, on 96.3 Nation FM, where if you're in Nairobi and all the frequencies across the country, Nation FM is countrywide. Like in to stream. So back in conversation with Meshack, and you had a question that you had asked him, Mariam.
Yeah, just to get to know a little bit about growing up in Kitale as a person with albinism. I like to see how our systems work, for example. So what was your childhood like, very briefly? And schooling, etc. Did people understand what albinism is? Were they able to be of help to you? Was there healthcare that also understood albinism when you were growing up?
Okay, thank you for the question. I'm a person with albinism and second born in a family of 3. I'm the only child with albinism. For many who don't know albinism, albinism is a rare genetic inherited condition that results to little or no melanin production. So melanin is the pigment that gives our skin color. But now for persons with albinism, we lack melanin. That's why we like we kind of, some people will say we are white, but it's also come with eye condition. I'm low vision. Growing up in a community where there was no awareness about albinism was kind of tricky in the neighborhood, because now people have different misconception about albinism. Some believe that maybe my parents did something wrong, so it was like a punishment, and others believe that interacting with person with albinism, maybe it's contagious, maybe it can transmit, and some even parents restrict their children from interacting with me because in my neighborhood I was the only child with albinism, and even my mom had no information that I was also low vision until in class 3 is when a teacher realized that I was having challenge reading on the board. Is when now she referred me to an hospital in Sabatia for eye check, and I got a spectacle that helped me to now read on board. But just as children are curious, and in school some of them could make fun of me, others, because now I used to put on shades just to protect myself from the extreme light and also the sun.
Yes.
Some will snatch it and run away with it. Even in primary school we normally have the lower primary and upper primary. Those from the upper primary will come and start doing like they're assessing, because person with albinism, our eyes have movement that we cannot control. So some of them will make fun, even asking me hizi ni vidole ngapi, the sort of names. But for those who are same or rather same age or rather same size, I could just give them receipt instant. But now I realize that even if I fight them off, the more I fight them off, the more they now find it that they just want to provoke me so that I could maybe fight with them. So I realized that even though I jump up or down and it rains or sunshine, there's nothing I can change about myself as a person with albinism. So I used to cry to my mom, but my mom usually used to remind me that, oh, you are fearful and wonderful, mate. And also the support that I got from my sister and my brother kept me going. But now, around 2010 to 09, there, when the cases of persons with disability, with albinism being prosecuted in Tanzania was high, and I remember this time we were just going to school, and a certain guy just told me that tutakupeleka Tanzania, and I was with my mom. My mom confronted him. I felt sad because I thought now because of me, now my mom has to now to face this guy, the issue here. So, but with time, I just got over it. But now that memory just kept on coming. Whenever I was lonely, I would just recall that scenario. But yeah, now around to 2011, because now for persons with disability, with albinism, we usually use sunscreen lotion to protect our skin from the sun. That's when now I started getting sunscreen from the public hospital. And I remember that the time when now during that persecution of persons with albinism was high, but now to the Kenyan government introduced that program, the national sunscreen support, the National Albinism Sunscreen Support Program through the National Council for Persons with Disability to support us, persons with albinism, because sunscreen lotion is quite expensive. Yeah, that's when now I started using sunscreen, although before I was just using other brands like Vaseline, and also I was just taking care of myself with long sleeve clothes. I was good, because my mom was strict, and also my sister, my sister was little. She used to, in school, she used to remind me, kutoka kwa jua. So it was good. In primary, I participated in co-curriculum activities. Like I used to do football, and for persons with disability, we also have the SNE, special needs curriculum. So I used to participate in football and also short races. But now, after primary school, joining high school, at least in high school, some students had at least a little awareness about albinism. But we all know, we also have persons who, yes, they have information, but they will still make fun of you. So, we had such characters, such students who still made fun of me as a person with albinism. But I just want to thank my principal, Mr. Joseph Kamanda. He was supportive to me, and also my deputy principal, Mr. Atakea, who told me that, Meshack, you need to join scouting. And I had a negative attitude towards scouting while in primary, but now I had to try. And now through joining scouting is when I realized that, I'm talented in music, because we were in scouting, we were being given projects and bases to come up with a song about drug abuse, peace. So I find it so easy. And now I started doing some songs around drugs abuse. And now in my school, Mitoto Salvation Army, it was an integrated school. So I had a friend who was also a person with a visual impairment, and he told me, Mesh, people have different perspective about person with albinism. They say you guys don't die, you just disappear. So why can't we now use this to come up with a song, and we talk about the myths and also the reality about albinism. So in 2019 we did a song about albinism, where we talk about the myths and misconception, and also now the reality about albinism. We did that song through the support of my mom. My mom believed in me, and she used to fund our recording. So we did that song in 2019 together with Mr. Dennis Wanyonyi, and we just did it, and we didn't knew that maybe itafika mahali. So in 2021, during International Albinism, on 13th June, during International Albinism Awareness Day, I remember it was on a Sunday, and I was in church, and Dennis just called me, you know what, nimesikia song yetu ikiplay kwa news. So I na pia alirecord because now me kwa church sikusikiza.
Yeah.
So he recorded, and the following week we were just tulikuwa tunatafutwa for a documentary. That we did the documentary on Thursday, and on Saturday watu walikuwa wanatuona kwa news. Yeah. So that's how my journey has.
Yeah.
And also, just as I mentioned, the support of my principal. My principal used to teach us CRE, and at the end of the lesson, you mini gospel artist. So at the end of the lesson, after playing my song, and also during weekend challenge at Ensure too, we also have our space to present.
perform.
So it really gave me confidence about myself, and also now made me to come out. And I remember one day I was in an event, just presenting. Just I went there as a performer. I didn't know that maybe this is the time now God is linking me to my destiny changer. And there's this lady who I call her mom, Madam Scholastica. He noticed me and started doing researching about me, and she offered to support my academics, because that is around 2018, and at that time I remember it's when my mom now contract had ended, and I was like, yo, ndaendelea ama sitaendelea. But now kumbe God's time is the best.
Yeah.
So she offered scholarship for me, for my academic, and from Form 2 I can support. I did my KCSE in 2020. Mini victim wa anasema victim mini ule hapo wa COVID-19. Yeah, watu wa COVID-19. So I did my KCSE in 2020 and got a C plane. I thought ni mbaya, but also pia nilianza na hiyo C plane, joined Tangaza University, did social communication, and that's when now nikakuwa na passion sana kwa media space. Now also in 2023 now is when now nikaingia kwa job industry, my internship. That's when pia I knew about Action Network for the Disabled. They were doing a program for youth with disability, and when they saw my CV, they offered me a position to assist in communication, and that's where I've grown and also been nurtured also to come now in the space of advocacy. Now in general, from just speaking about persons with albinism, now talking about disability in general. And also now, as I said, I used to play football in primary and high school. Also now 2021 I joined Black Albinism, which is an organization that champions for persons with disability. I joined the team, so we used to do a number of matches, tournament, not just to compete, but now to create awareness about persons with albinism, because many people think that persons with albinism are fragile and we can't do
sports
games
or anything.
So
anything tiring or
So which is a footer?
which is a footer.
Football kabisa.
Football.
Nice.
football gani si kabisa.
nacheza football, nacheza goalball, na pia short races.
Tuna support nani World Cup?
World Cup, for now siko sure, but wacha tufike hapo quarters.
At least tufike round of 16.
It's too early.
Set not to provide.
Unaona, South Africa wamefanya ile kitu. So hatuwezi anza mapema.
Okay. Actually, there's something that you mentioned, which is getting sunscreen from a public hospital. I didn't know that. So if you're registered with the National Council for Persons with Disabilities, that gives you can go to a public hospital. Is it a level 4? A level 4, I was just about to ask that. So a level 4 and above, am I just level 4?
Level 4 and above, but we are now also trying to brainstorm about if they can now bring it down to a dispensary level, because it's sometimes costly for a person to move from interior to the level.
It is. But it's
Anderson
free of
is far.
charge.
It's free of charge for persons with albinism.
Yes, of course. Yes.
But as you know, sometimes we have shortage of medicine. The same also happened for the lotion.
Well, that as well.
Yeah.
How much are you entitled to? Is it a year, a month? Like how many tubes and so on?
Okay, for a tube for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we have sunscreen, we have after sun, and lip balm for lips. So basically 1 tube of sunscreen for a month.
Okay.
Yeah, but now if maybe, for instance, you are a student, maybe you are in boarding school, they allow you maybe to pick 3 tubes.
So you pick for the term.
Yeah, for the term.
For the term.
Okay. But then the rest, like now you are not in school, you must keep going every month.
I'm in school.
Oh, yeah.
In a boarding school.
Or in a boarding
If
school.
someone who is not in a boarding schoul,
Yeah, but also they also now for school, for instance, like for school of persons, like let's say for like Dhika school for the blind, they also now coordinate with the Nini hospital so that they can have those sunscreen in the school, so to prevent the movement. Yeah.
So I'm asking, so one who is not in school and they're required to get every month, are you required to go every month to pick your dose?
Yeah, we usually have.
You cannot get you can't go and say, give me for the next 4 months, then I'll come after 4 months.
You can say that, but now sometimes maybe you can go, you take those 4, but now the next month you are there. So that to prevent such, we are encouraged to go after a month, because we are not just going to take, but we also have now for assessment to see the skin condition. Yeah.
So there's also now review by the health professionals. So it's also you taking this opportunity to make sure that you keep going to see the experts on this.
Yeah.
I know you work at Andy. I mean, it's an organization that is now doing advocacy, and it has connections, of course, to the council.
Yeah.
Is there a defined number of people with albinism in Kenya?
From the 2019 census, was that persons with albinism are around 9,000 plus, but we know some are being born, and after now that survey, and also we felt like some people are left out. So far we can't say that we have the accurate number of persons with albinism, and now persons with disability in general. Yeah.
So because there's been that conversation about, do we actually have accurate data when it comes to disability in this country?
No. And for me, even among our groups, we normally debate on that, starting from the point of now the type of question being asked, the washing, is it Washington group, something like that, Washington group of question. We feel like there's some section of question that leave out some types of disability. So maybe if if the government can now try to improve or rather filter out some question that leaves out other type of disability, it will be better, or rather it will assist now to get the accurate number of persons with disability. But also now the National Council of Persons with Disability are also doing now registration of persons with disability through now. You just go for assessment when you are the doctor realize that yes, you qualify to be, or rather identify your type of disability. That's now also help now to know how many persons with disability. Let's say if we are talking about person with albinism, but now it's something that is continuous, and we cannot say that today we have this number of persons with albinism, and also now there's that need of now creation of awareness that this process is ongoing, so that also those persons who are in grassroots could now come out and go for assessment and being registered as persons with disabilities.
Okay.
Disability.
Then also, the National Council for Persons with Disability is dealing with all disabilities.
Yeah.
And with the new Disabilities Amended Act, we have actually even expanded the spectrum of disabilities.
Yeah.
So obviously, this one national institution is dealing with very many. Is there an association that focuses primarily on albinism, that looks at, these are the needs of persons with albinism, these are the people with albinism, from home, domestic level, how do we support them, school, what do they need for advocacy specific for albinism?
We have quite a number, but we have asked, which is Albinism Society of Kenya. I guess tomorrow they will be having a national event at Thika School for the Blind. Yeah, they've also been working around albinism, supporting persons with albinism, but I don't, I'm not in the right position to say they have the right data, because basically we have 47 county and they have been dominant in Nairobi. So we still now, those people from other counties have been left behind. And also we have Black Albinism, which is also doing...
Sorry, what did you say?
Black Albinism.
What's that?
It's an organization.
Oh, it's an association. I thought it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an organization that also works with persons with albinism. But now you find they're working specifically with youths. So you see now the adults with albinism kind of left out.
Left out.
So far we can't just say we have an association that now has catered for
Everybody.
Yeah, sure.
I get
But
that.
we believe a step at a time.
Yeah. I want to end with what more government could be doing. We have a few minutes, and I just want to know, from a structural perspective, you've mentioned very wonderful things, which is like when you go and get your prescription for the sunscreen, you're also getting a checkup, checking on your skin and everything, which is a wonderful thing as far as our healthcare system is concerned. But I'm wondering, what more could the structures be doing to support persons with albinism? You said you got your first sunscreen in 2011. I know there's probably quite a number of persons with albinism, children right now, who don't know that they can go to a level 4 and get sunscreen.
And as I mentioned, there's need now for it to be bring down to dispensary level, at ward level, to ensure that everyone is able to access without even spending a lot of money. Also, there's that need of maybe if this, because we have different skin tone and skin type, so the brand that they are giving is just one brand, and sometimes it doesn't work well with other
Every
people,
person.
with every person. So if we can have variety, it will be better. And also now, as I say, sometimes we have shortage. So if also this product can be subsidized, it can be better now for everyone. Whenever there is shortage, they can just go and purchase for themselves. And maybe also to talk about employability, we have persons with albinism who are qualified but are still jobless. So when the government is talking that about 5% job opportunity of persons with disabilities, I feel like also now persons with albinism should also be considered. And also now because SDGs talk about decent work, because we find for some institution or other organization, yes, they are employing persons with albinism or disability in general, but the position doesn't align with their qualification. You find majority of persons with disability are being given maybe support position, receptionist, but these people have qualification to be even at a HR level, communication level. So we feel like we should not just tick box that we have include person with we have employed person with disability, but we should employ them and ensure that they meaningfully participate in the position that aligns with their qualification. Yeah, and still there's need for more conversation on albinism and disability in general, to ensure that now this is something that it's continuous, so that the general community have the right information about this particular type of disability and how they can now support, so that we can move from that aspect of sympathy now to empathy, and now to opportunity being given to persons with disability or albinism in general.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. We have to wrap it up there. But that movement from sympathy, empathy to
opportunity. Yeah.
Sympathy, empathy, opportunity.
Yeah.
Opportunity is where we should be at. Thank you so much. This is Meshack Sisenda. He is, of course, a person living with albinism, but also works with the Alliance for the Action for Network for the Disabled, and he has been talking about his lived experience as well as the gaps in addressing persons living with albinism and making sure that we take care of them from a healthcare and societal perspective. Let's take a short break. When we come back, Mtemi Mistari ndio iko nasi atatuambia what it means to change the arts, to change through the arts and culture and the performing arts as a whole. We'll be right back.